Welcome to part 2 of our trip to Florida. In part 1, we finished off in Fredericksburg and we left there and headed down to Cave with No Name. And that's where we're going to start today. So 2 hours south of Fredericksburg, we come to Bourne, where we find Cave Without a Name. You descend 126 steps to approximately 80 feet below the surface, where the temperature remains 66 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. There are 6 major rooms within the cave, and they've been discovered, the caves have been discovered to be about 3 miles long. The caves were discovered when one of the ranchers locally started losing cattle. He thought there were rustlers, and then he found a sinkhole, and he lowered somebody down in through the sinkhole to see what was down there. And they found multiple bones of prehistoric animals and deer, bison, dinosaurs, you name it. Everything was down there.
Horn, after he bought this place, started doing tours down here. He had a really hard time coming up with a good name that suited this cave. So he started to ask the public and published a statewide newspaper asking people to come up with the best name. He promised that he would give them a prize of $50, which was quite a lot in 1939.
This formation is known as the nativity scene. This room in the cave is known as the concert room. They hold concerts there once a month, and they also use it for weddings and other things. It can hold up to 200 people. Some of these pools of water are 4.5 feet deep, and there's multiple pools, and when they get heavy rains, it takes about a year for that water to seep through all of the bedrock down into the cave, and it creates little waterfalls as it goes down to the river that's at the bottom of this cave.
Right over here where all these bricks are, water will start to flow out of it whenever we get a lot of rain in a short amount of time, and it'll form an underground waterfall down here. This is right here, another T formation, straight that were really close to forming a column right here.
This is the stream or river at the base of the cave. It is part of the Guadalupe River. They used to allow people to dive in the river and exit the river out on the side of the valley. San Antonio Alamo KOA. We'll be staying here for 4 nights. We were able to park with a stream in our back door, and as the rain happened over the few days we were here, the stream grew bigger. Since it was 32 degrees Celsius or 90 degrees Fahrenheit, we decided the first thing to do was to take a swim. This is a monument to the 189 people who died in the Alamo. This is Emily West Morgan, a free black woman who lived in the Alamo. She is said to be the inspiration of the Yellow Rose of Texas. And here I am with Davy Crockett. Reenactment actors.
Oh, those are shots. Oh, yeah.
Collecting another haircut, this one in Texas. Our harvest host, Snow White Sanctuary in Vinton, Louisiana. They had donkeys and horses and goats and emus and guinea pigs and guinea hens and pheasants and wild turkeys, dogs, cats. There was just so many. They even had alligators, which we didn't see. Paid a visit to a Bass Pro along the way and thought it was really unique with all the Spanish moss on the trees inside. Traveling over the Atchafalaya Basin Bridge in Louisiana. It is 18 miles long. It's the third longest bridge in the USA. Spending the night in a Cracker Barrel parking lot in Pensacola, Florida. Finally arrived at Ho-Hum RV Park on the Forgotten Coast of Florida. They upgraded our camping spot to right on the beach of the Gulf of Mexico. And here you can see how close we were with high tide. A beautiful sunset, and in the morning we got a beautiful sunrise. Thank you for joining us on our trip to Florida. And if you'd like to subscribe, then at least you will be notified when we produce another video of some of our adventures.